Well, hello, and a welcome. We are going to play the Chess 960 tourney, just to switch things up a little bit. And it's an arena format, so speed is a key factor in playing good chess here. And openings are a very vital aspect of the game of 960. You can literally win or lose a game right out the opening. So important to play a little bit carefully at the start. Um, and also to play quickly because it is still a 3-minute game. We have ourselves an opponent 1850 level chess 960 player. That's a pretty good rating, a 960. And we're going to have to respect that. But we also don't want to be a pushover. We also don't want to just, make things too easy. This bishop does create a bit of an annoying pin. There is a little bit of tension on some loose pieces here, and I've just as I said it, I said it and I fell for it. So it's pretty much my own fault. No one else to blame but me. Uh, and now with the position having gone awry, we do have to make amends quickly. I think the best way to do it, I don't know the best way to do it. I really don't know. But I think we've got to enable the bishop to play a defensive role for ourselves. We also got to figure out how to untangle these doubled pawns. And we want to try to exploit whatever little side effect benefit we have with the bishop pair. Yeah. Might be better to close it up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about this move. This move does come in relatively nicely, but I don't know. Let's just play the goddamn game, see where the chips fall. Overall, I'm not liking the position for obvious reasons. A lot of weak spots in the position. These pawns are coming in rather well. Uh, I totally messed it up. Totally messed it up. It's okay. It's okay. We accept that we're behind, and we try to make a game of it anyway. He's still got only 1 minute left. Sure, he's got all the pieces. He should be able to pull this off, but I have to tell you, it is a blitz game. And he might be taking it a little bit too precisely here, trying to play a bit too precisely for no real reason. When you're +3, you don't need to waste time anymore. You can just freestyle it. But he's trying to hold on to everything, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't see the point of this style of play. We're keeping some pressure. He might liquidate. If he liquidates, I think we should be okay with it. I know it's still advantageous for him, but at least, this is a critical moment. I think we have to block it with the queen, because we don't want that knight coming in here pinning the rook there. Now we've really made it difficult for him to kind of win the game, and that's a big deal for us. Okay, he decided to push that forward. Uh, Gonna play a bit quick now, just block him out here. I'm not gonna sacrifice it just yet. Continue to pile up a little bit of pressure. Uh, yeah. So it's his own fault for losing this game. He tried to play a bit too carefully there, which was not needed. But I mean, credit to us too for hanging in there, making it difficult. And let's just focus now on the next game. Chess 960 brings unique positions, so you never know what to expect. But one thing is clear is that openings matter a lot in chess 960, and you have to understand the principles of what you're doing. Generally, try to take a space advantage. I think that seems to be good. It's tempting to want to emphasize it, but I don't think it helps my cause. Instead, I think this position merits just expansion on this side of the board. Let's threaten. Let's force him to make a decision. He made a decision with the rook here to defend that pawn. Queen here is obviously signaling that he wants to castle. So let's throw the other pawn in. I think we can. And now he did anyway commit to a structural setup. So we can see how to deal with it. We might be slightly overextended in a position, but it's only marginal. Gotta play a bit quicker. So okay, let's make room for a castling maneuver. We might castle ourselves as well. Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep things solid. Knight belongs here for sure. This pawn is critical. Make sure you don't lose this pawn. And push this forward. Now he will have this diagonal. So that's also a big factor in the game. So let's already get out of that way. Okay, I'm going to make room for this kind of a push. Not sure if it's optimal, but anyway, I got to do something. Okay, we're going to play it right now. Playing it right now and playing it so that we can capture back this way. I think I like having this pawn here. I think it's blocking his queen from entering the game. It's blocking his bishops from entering the game. It's generally favoring me. So that's good. Gotta have some quick moves here though. Okay. Play a little bit good chess, good fast chess. Let's play some good fast chess. Come on. Come on guys, let's play some good fast chess. Let's go here, let's start pressing this way. We have to manage the angles. Okay, let's play it now. Do we capture here? Do we capture there? Do we open the gates? Or do we block him in? I think we should open the gates. Mainly because we're trying to win the game and we have some sort of an advantage in the position, courtesy of the doubled rooks. So we're just trying to make sure we're putting ourselves in the best possible position to exploit that minute but significant advantage. Uh, we are at risk of losing this pawn. This knight is a tricky knight. You never know what to do with a tricky knight. This bishop has got to start honing in here. So we're already going to start doing that. But that's inviting him to defend and attack at the same time. Bad choice from us. Oh, but we had a rook check. We had a rook check. We still do have a rook check. And we have the follow-up check too, so it's all good. Okay. Let's get the bishop in here for a check. Let's see if he captures back. Let's do the intermezzo. Yeah, it's checkmate. All right. So we're 2 out of 2 in the 960 tournament, and now we got ourselves the toughest 960 opponent on the block, a 1900 level player, Wayward Son 41, and he's playing a solid opening, playing good principled bishop pair chess at the moment here. King looks a little bit vulnerable, but he's fine. Knight is looking a little annoying, but also not a huge deal. Unless I've given away the pawn for no reason. Yeah, maybe I did. Okay, let's go here. Let's invite the bishop to capture. Let's see if he does. At some point, we want to play queen here, attacking the pawn and the knight at the same time. Try to amp up those motifs. This is a bit of a poison pawn for him to capture because I think I have bishop right here boiling after, which he can defend. But it might improve. I might have good drawing odds. I could get this pawn right after, so it's a poisoned pawn. His queen is at risk of being in no man's land. He's gone for it anyway. So what does he know that we don't know? Don't know. We first capture this. And we still have that pawn. He's just taking something to buy himself a little bit of time, but I think he didn't necessarily see this b3 pawn slipping away. It could just start to cause a little bit of problem for him in this game. Not a big problem, but still. What do we do here? We should definitely capture that pawn, right? What am I missing? Okay, let's take it. Let's take it. Put this out as well. Everything's holding each other. So the tables are starting to turn a little bit. And we have traded down the position. And we are Okay, so the time equation is virtually equal. We have to just make sure our pieces are liberated. If we can liberate our bishop, I think there's nothing to say that I shouldn't be winning this game with the bishop pair advantage. Of course, the tricky knights are really tricky. It's true. So I should look for opportunity to create a little bit of pressure. A little bit of pressure, you know, force him to have to play some defensive moves, and things are slowly going to start working in your favor. He's going to have to play a move like this. Okay, he decides to defend laterally, and attack this way. We're threatening here and here at the same time. It's a double attack. He's got to check in. Does he have a follow-up check? Yes, he does. Unfortunately for us, he does. So that is costly, but we have counterplay. And so a very, very tricky position here. It's basically a kind of losing position, but we can also kind of draw it. We have to play fast. If we play fast, we can still win this. Shouldn't have done that. Critical move here. This one is a critical move. It's also going to be critical. We'll try to hold things solid. Make his king have to come around from here. Turn it into a clock game. Well, we can either try to win or draw it. Let's draw it. It's anyway. Probably going to be a draw either way, even if I try to blitz it out. So we managed to survive. That was a tough game. We were on the back foot, but we managed to survive, and probably one of the toughest players in the competition. So all going quite well in this tourney at the moment. Still plenty of chess left to be played. Got to be careful with the checks here. Nothing seems to be too bothersome, so we're all good. Yeah, but he has opened up that bishop just for that reason. Maybe this is a bit too unnecessary move. Hmm. Let's front it up. Okay, he's a 1300 level. You got to play a bit faster here. So we've got to get back into our speed motif here. We've been playing a bit carefully and a bit precisely. We're only rank 10 apparently. So we've got to play a lot faster if we want to have any chances of making a dent in the tournament. Of course, with all due respect, that's a secondary consideration for me. I need to play this check. I should have done it already. Whatever, I'll do it later. If I still can. We don't want to be the one to capture here because it invites him to capture with tempo. We don't want to give tempo for no reason. Queen here can still pose a few threats. Okay, let's take away that castling privileges from the opponent. And now depending on how he reacts, if he connects the rooks, then we won't execute this. But we might have other options. I think we should castle. So we have castle the position. It's a little scary looking king. Slightly scary looking king. Queen here is really good, I think. It just stunts his play. I've always talked about make it difficult for your opponent to start his engine. He wants to start his engine right here, but he's showed his hand a bit too prematurely, and that's going to help us. We want to play fast here. We want to play fast. Soon this move is coming. In fact, let's do it. Let's do it this way. I think we want to open up the game in every possible way right now. There's a lot of exposed spots. I'm not sure if how he's going to handle this bishop. Really not sure. I can hide it all the way in there. And we have maybe only this much to show for it. Not a whole lot. Still, a pawn is a pawn. Now we have the open file, so we can also consider these kind of maneuvers, but no need to take undue risks because his queen could create some problems here. This is not that safe a position. In fact, it's so unsafe that I'm thinking to play a bit defensively. What could it be? Maybe this is the best way. Knight's guarding the square. Rook is guarding this pawn. So I think this is the best defense. Rook is guarding this knight, the pawn. And now we get the queen in, but he's got the check. That's a huge check. He didn't see it either. He didn't see it either. He's gotten a bit desperate now. It's all gotten a bit out of hand for him. We don't mind a few checkeroonies here and there. It doesn't matter. Position is pretty much ours. Now we've simplified. And we're just gonna mop it up and finish it off. We'll already start pre-moving. Okay, that was a somewhat quick win, but still we gotta do faster. We gotta do much faster. That's the only way we can win. We gotta play really fast. It gives our opponent a chance, but it also is necessary for us. Start probing the pawn. He's coming with a check here, but he's weakening this pawn a little bit. So let's see what he decides to do. He decides to take that and give up a central pawn. I don't know. Yeah, I am losing a fianchettoed bishop. I mean, not losing it, trading it. Well, maybe not anymore. I have to be careful with the mate tactics here. I think in chess 960, it is typically not that easy to just checkmate your opponent in the middle of the game because the piece patterns are not as regular as in regular chess. And in fact, as you can see now, his knight is getting in awkward territory. He's going to have to go here in order to not get mated. And we get big center, huge center here. That's a compelling advantage. And we can come in here with the pawn, create some more space problems for him. We can even think about how we end up landing a bishop in here. Maybe start doing something like this. Maybe that's too long-winded a maneuver. I'm not really sure, but you see, the ideas are flowing for white. Space advantage helps. definitely capture, because we capture again and with check to boot. So it's pretty much GG here for black, or is it? What do we do now? Okay, well, let's go here. Let's go here. We're ready to capture that bishop. We could capture it already. Keep this simple. Keep this simple. This bishop could be important in the long run, so let's just keep him around. Got to play fast now. Really play fast. He will take that, simplify the game. Take the. Okay, let's open this up. He wants to attack here. That's his only bet. Okay. He has an eye on one loose piece, but here we can start to enable a simplification with the rook here. Yeah, that was a nice tricky move. He wanted to capture, then he captures with check and wins the bishop. We're just gonna simplify it, play very simple chess. He comes here. Well, he's not coming there, so let's just forget it. Come here, bishop and everything holding together. Everything holding together. And now let's start to boss the position in our favor. Start winning pawns. Start invading the territory. Maybe queen here was better, just slightly better. Threatening a check and a potential mate. Yeah. All right, good game, good game. Okay, let's have a look at the leaderboard. We're still pretty far behind, but there's plenty of chess left to be played. It's a 1 hour long tournament, and it's typical that you would not start out with all the quick wins. But the wins will start coming, the fluency of play will start building as the game continues. And see what we see a pretty good setup for white here forming. So it's playing rather well, playing quickly too, which is always important in these kind of games. Yeah, maybe the bishop could be more annoying here, threatening to push the pawn up as well. Always got to think about your threats, because you have to kind of pre-plan forward and just make little probing threats. That's how you win in 3-minute chess. In real chess, maybe not like that. Let's keep it a bit simple here. This pawn is a bit extended. We do want to meet him, connect him, but we can't do it so easily. Let's play it like this. Just keep it simple. It's not easy for people to checkmate in 960. So whenever you go for a gung-ho attack, it's not always going to work out. And I quite like this move, even though it is a bit weakening looking. It's also blocking his pawn. And we get to simplify a lot of pieces here. Tricky pieces at that. Tricky pieces being simplified is a good thing. Blocking his queen, blocking his pawn, blocking a lot of stuff. His bishop is active though, so I'm going to want to defend that and invest a bit of time into the defense over there. Let's come in now, ask him a question. He wants to come in there with the queen. We can't really stop him, but we can at least give him something to think about with this queen check. So he is thinking about it. We can threaten to come in here with the next piece. It's something to watch out for right now. This is a tricky situation. No, you missed that there. He missed that there. He didn't see what was going on. Yeah, we're gonna have to invite queen in here for a check. Okay. Well, we're gonna take that check anyway. This looks like a checkmate coming pretty soon. Looks like a checkmate coming pretty soon. Got another check and a mate here. All right. Good. So momentum building, but we're still many points behind on the leaderboard, it seems like. So Lee love wall here. Whenever you see the pawns out there, I do feel like shoving the knights around is a legitimate chess 960 opening strategy if they allow you to do it. She's playing quite fast. We've got a very invasive position here. Let's try to get the bishop around. We could even try to get it from here. Not sure. This castle. Let's not let him capture it. Let's invade with the queen. Let him push us away if he wants to. Tricky, slightly tricky now. Loose piece, bishop, loose piece has come a little bit under scrutiny. Yes, little bit under scrutiny here now. Let's invest some time in defense. Let's invest a bit of time in defense. Let's be a little bit careful with our moves. Probably want to get. Okay, let's do this. We have to watch out for this diagonal. A lot of activity could build up on this diagonal with a maneuver like that. Want to be careful. I think capturing with the knight is more exciting. Move away. We saw the plan. See, that's the thing. You got to be one step ahead of the plan. Got to be one step ahead of the plan. Let's invite a trade of bishops. Totally fine. Position is totally even, more or less. This knight has options on multiple squares. His knight has a good outpost. His bishop has a good diagonal. Our bishop is kind of blocked by his important pawn here. Yeah, the game is balanced. Maybe slightly in black's favor, but not by much. Probably want to try to start undermining here. Maybe this is the only side of the board where we have anything kind of going for us. So he's already pulling that down. Fine. We just got to play fast. Still threaten to capture here. Can still invite him to push forward. Okay, he's not pushing forward, then because if he does, then he starts to weaken his position a little bit. His knight gets a little bit looser. You know, things can start to get rattled. And that's what we want. We got a rattled piece here. So we got one piece off, but the knight is at risk of getting trapped, which was maybe his plan all along. I don't know. Just about holding on to things here at the moment, but it is very nervy. Very nervy indeed. And a critical segment of play has emerged, and I'm afraid I don't see the thing, but perhaps I can still create this stuff against this. Knight, and how does he defend that? Knight check actually is quite devastating. Knight check is devastating, so let's not enable that. What do we come here? Don't give him knight check, but we put pressure on his knight. And oh shit. Shit. Crap. Crap. Now he's got a mate. Okay. Alright, first loss of the day, and that pretty much puts a big dent in our odds of winning this tournament. But now we can just go fire running, just blitz it out, you know. No point mucking around. Let's just go for it. Go for the jugular on this guy. We're gonna try to win and win fast, because that's the only way that we're gonna play. Okay, let's just go fast. Let's go fast and furious. Exciting chess. Play with some precision, some aggression. Starting to think about checkmate now. Ooh, okay, so we got a quick one. We are bouncing back. Okay, you got to bounce back. When the pressure's gains, you got to start bouncing back. Bounce back quick and get another win. Let's get this train rolling. Come on, come on, come on, come on, guys. Next game. Okay, we got another 1300 level opponent here. Let's go fast with it. Let's go fast with it. Let's go Buckeye bullseye with him. Buckeye bullseye with him. Double attack here. Okay. Queen up early. Very powerful, very aggressive. This is not a guy who's here to mess around, is he? Not here to mess around. Okay. Okay. Let's tone it down a bit. Let's tone it down a bit. Tone it down a bit. Let us invest a bit of time in the defense now. Let's come right here. Right there, his knight comes in rather aggressive. Still come in here. He can't trickle us because his knight would get loose. We can now start pressuring the pawn. Start doing that. Play super fast, put a lot of pressure on them with the clock. These players are very inexperienced and we must pressure them heavily on clock. Because as Magnus says, the World Championship format is just too forgiving because you have so much time. So the better player doesn't always win. The faster player is the better player. And that's his point. It's the point he's trying to make, is that speed is an indication of strength. So he got a tricky knight here. It's unfortunate that it is consuming a little bit of time, making it a little bit difficult to crack through on the position. Uh, yeah, it's a tricky knight. Okay, let's give him this square if he wants to go for it. If he wants to go a little bit aggressive, he can play that move. And he's a good enough player. He is a good enough player, so this knight is feeling a little too loose for comfort. But that's a mistake, big mistake, and big mistakes are costly. Let's come in here. Toss the knight in. Very not. Let's get this other bishop in the action. Belongs right there. Get this queen out of the way. Get the pawn defending the action too. So let's capture here. Capture here. Check. Okay, he's got something going for him now in the position, but not the clock, that's for sure. Putting him under pressure, and he finally cracks. But he's played well. We have to give him credit for that. He has played well. He's made it difficult for us to earn our spot in the limelight. Yeah, we just got the mate on him pretty soon here. All right, good game. Good game. We have to play fast. We have to go on turbo speed here, literally on turbo speed. So we're way behind on the overall tournament standings, and seemingly not a whole lot to play for. But we like to make the game interesting, like going aggressive, going ballistic, trying to make something happen. It puts pressure on the opponents. When you do that, nobody likes to be hustled on the clock. Not like this. I want to keep that queen silent at home. And start inviting some attacks on some loose points here. A lot of loose spots in the position now. Very weird looking move. Should definitely seek to exploit it. Whenever you see something weird, ugh. You just gotta know instinctively that there will be something that will pan out. But not exactly sure what here. Just it's not exactly clear what is going to happen. But we should probably start liberating this bishop along this diagonal. Well, let's let him capture there. And we can capture with the pawn so that we open up some exposure against yeah, putting some pressure on him now here, but he's sidestepping it. Let's create a new angle. Creating some angles. Bishop angle, queen angle, a lot of angles, but he's managing to survive. So we've got to try to open it up, open him up. Blunder. That's the blunder we wanted. Let's block that bishop. That's his only way in the game now, is to somehow use this diagonal and create a lot of pressure here. But I'm not going to let it happen. Instead, I'm going to trade the queens. Hit the queens, simplify the game, win the game. Let's do a bunch of trades. Doesn't harm us. Yeah. So we're playing super fast, and that's giving us an edge here. We're back in contention for the top something. Top 5, let's say. Knights have come out a bit early from my side, which is not my usual opening style, but whatever. A lot of stuff going on in this opening now. Is there a killer move? Is there a killer move? I don't see anything particular, but this looks good. This looks good. Okay, that's cancel. I messed up. Messed up. Okay. Okay. What do we do now? Okay. Take a breath. Chill pill. Try to recover the position. Maybe let's take the open file. Take a semi-open file here. Try to get this bishop. Not looking good. Not looking good. He wants to chat with me. Big blunder, isn't it? That is a blunder. Oh, that's a good move. Play smart. Fucking donkey. Let's give him a check. Let's give him a check and just see what can we do now with this. Do we have anything here? Just see checks. Just see checks. Nothing particularly promising. Nothing particularly promising. So we got this. Okay. Okay, we give it to him. We'll give it to him. It's fine. Shard you. Shard you. We're gonna have to check you out, Bo, later on. And have a look at the rankings. We are 24 points. We're still far behind. At 11 minutes left, we have to do something miraculous now to make any sort of a real gambit at this whole chess thing. Not too much we can do about this position, but he is a 500 level player, so odds are that something will. Yeah, it's a bit of a joke, a little bit of a joke, but that's okay. Everyone's invited to play. It doesn't matter what your skin color is, what your affiliation is. It's all good. Rook is at risk of being. Oh, just plundered my own bloody goddamn queen. That's just what we wanted, but you know, fortunately, our friend here is all the same eager to return the favor, so uh, that's good for us. Let's just play this really fast now. Try to find a good mate. Would be a good mate here. Is this mate? It's almost mate. Yeah, it's mate. Okay, we won this one really quickly, so we're still kind of in it. Kind of in it. Still a lot of ground to cover up. We want to get into the top 3. I think top 3 would be an accomplishment in its own way. We have to defend that. We have to defend this. Not liking this opening myself. Let's try to change the complexion. He went for that kind of a style. Yeah, it's not my favorite opening. Not my favorite opening style for myself. For my positional ambitions, not to be able to achieve that here so easily. But we do have a pin, which is nice. Let's create this pressure here. Create this pressure here. Well, so he has the intermezzo check, and it's somehow quite good for him. Can that knight escape from here? That's a big question right now. Can that knight escape? If he can't, then that intermezzo check shenanigans would all be for nothing. Real question. Real big question here. How does he handle this? We would love it if he... Okay, so he has given that up. He has taken that, so he's getting a little check, but it's really nothing. That's the least of our worries, frankly, was to get that little check given to us. So I think the position has pretty much gone in our favor. And now we can start to just simplify the game, start eating up the pawns, and sit pretty with our extra piece advantage. Even though he has extra pawns, pawns don't matter. Pawns really don't matter. Let's trade off that queen. Let's win the game. It's start to get a bit naughty. We will simplify wherever possible. We will always be happy to trade, I think, most of the time. You see, he doesn't have pawns which are like close to the end zone, really. So we don't have much to truly fear, except fear itself. I should have taken that pawn. Let me take it now. Okay, we take this pawn. Take that. We capture this. Let's start invading the position a bit. Yeah. Invade the position a little bit. See how he wants to handle it. Okay, now let's come in. Take it. Ah, he had the little trick, but it's not enough. Resign. Okay. 5 minutes left and we are very close, 29 points. So let's just go and blitz this fella out. Let's go blitz this thing out. Let's go. Let's go trade some pieces off, open up the position, make it tactical, make it a bit sharper. a little spicier. But let's take a pin. Let's create a pin. Okay, he definitely is getting irritated with this whole pin here, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Take that. Too balanced a game, unfortunately. Too balanced a position. Not going exactly the way I would love it to, but I have to take it. I have to accept it. Capture here and then take the central pawn. Take that bishop or the knight. Threatening in a big way. A lot of stuff going on here all of a sudden. And mate. Nice one, nice one. Maybe we can still crack into the top three. It's still possible. Anything's possible here at the GABA. We got a big check coming in early, right off the bat. Big check. Right off the bat, big check. We're going to follow it up with a second check. Maybe. And get some pieces in the action. It's going to play it super slow, is he? We got to try to. We got to play fast. Got to play fast. Got to play fast. Lost a piece there. That's critical. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Let's try to at least get this for it. That's compensation. Gonna have to pre-move a little bit here because he's only got 2 minutes. We've only got 2 minutes 40 seconds. We need something extraordinary to happen. Position is still pretty much equal. He's got we've got to pretty much pre-move it. Otherwise, he's got 1 minute 40 and there's 1 minute 50 left on the overall time arena. Did he move? Lost a few critical seconds there. It does matter, unfortunately. Gotta remove my way out and beat this guy, but it's not going to be that easy. Oh shit. Blundered. We pretty much can't win this game anymore. So, yeah. The best we can do is to not lose. So, all right, we came. What we came? We came fifth. Not bad, not bad. But I would have loved to have been in the top three. We deserve to be in the top three. Pairing is rating based, so I'm always paired with pretty much the toughest players that are there. So it can't be too harsh on ourselves, and that might be part of the reason why you see Constana and other guys like doing well. But all in all, 11.5 out of 14 is not a bad performance. I'll take it. All right, cheers. Thank you for watching.